Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how I would paint a loose watercolour holly sprig to use as a gift tag, a Christmas card, a little painting to hang in a festive way for the season. First of all, if I were you, I would go and find a piece of holly and have a look at it and see what shape it really is. Holly does vary quite a lot in terms of its spikiness and the shape of the leaves as well as the colour. Some holly is variegated and has yellow and green, but traditionally, typically, it's dark green with fairly spiky edges and shiny, with quite a pronounced central vein. Then I would practice drawing holly leaves. If you want to download this design from my website, go to dianeantone.com and you can download the design that we're going to do today for free. So let's start with some berries, and we would put them in the middle and make them different sizes because they tend to vary, and an uneven number is always best. So there we have 6. We don't want 6, we should have 7 or 9 or 5, just because it looks better. So there are berries, and we can imagine that they kind of join together in the middle. And then let's draw a leaf, a central vein, and another one over here. Try to make them different sizes. This one's going to be a bit smaller. This one is going to turn that way, and then maybe another one up there, a little bit of twig, and indicate another one up there. Then the whole thing is on a stem like this, a little bit of a twiggy stem. And then let's imagine one of the holly leaves fell off. That's not quite right, so don't be afraid to erase. There we are. Now, as you know, I almost always paint wet in wet, and you know that holly berries are red. So we start by painting them yellow, and then we drop in the red. Now my painting is not keeping inside the lines painting, you know that. It's creative, let the paint do the work, because basically, fundamentally, I'm lazy. So now we have our red berries. I'm going to let them settle for a bit, and we go on to the leaves. That's transparent yellow. This is olive green. You could use other colours. Different greens, different yellows. Sometimes I don't underpaint, sometimes I do. If I don't, then I'll drop another colour in. Often I transfer paint from one leaf to another. This way you keep colour harmony, because the colours repeat. The last thing you want to do is use a very highly mixed palette, at least not if you want to produce something harmonious to the eye. Okay, well, we need a little bit of darkness in there, I quite like using purple. This is Winsor violet or dioxazine violet, something like that. If you watch carefully, you can see the colours blending. Quite liking this paper. I have no idea what it was. Someone gave it, well, someone died and left it to me. So I don't know what it is, but it seems okay. Now, while that's bleeding a little bit into itself, I'll take my Japanese pen and scrape in central vein. Now, if you do this at the right stage, you can get a light effect as the pen scrapes the paint away. If you do it a little bit earlier, you're going to get a dark line, so you can actually get both, which is nice. This leaf is wetter, obviously, because all the lines are going dark. That one was a bit drier. Okay, so now a background. I'm going to use a toothbrush, spatter some blue. And protect the other bits of paper in case I want to use those. So a little bit of blue. And then some violet. And what I quite like to do is take a biggish brush and splash water on like that. And then with my rigger, go in and just move the colour around a little bit, however takes your fancy. And then, as it's drying, you can see you might want to emphasize some of the greens. And in fact, you might want to just put some more green in the background to indicate the rest of the holly bush. So we'll let that dry. So here are the 3 sprigs of holly that I've produced this morning. Different sizes. This one's little, that's a bit bigger. That would make a nice framed painting. This would make a good Christmas card. This one could even be a gift tag, or you could do it a little bit smaller. You could do more work on these if you felt like it. You could add a little bit more red to deepen the holly berries just on one side, to leave the other side nice and light. Reflection to give the shape. So something like that. Give them plenty of variety. These ones probably need a bit of brightening up, maybe. Remember always that watercolour always dries lighter than it seems when it's wet. Always. Quite a lot lighter, sometimes very much lighter, other times not quite so much lighter, but never dries darker. Another thing to remember is that you can lift colour out. If you use non-staining transparent colour, you can do that. You can lift out the colour if you feel it's gone a bit too dark or heavy, and then once you've made it wet you can dab it away with a tissue and go in again slightly differently if you feel that's an improvement. Another thing you can do, it's always worth remembering, to make things stand out more, paint behind them. Don't try and paint the berry brighter, paint the background darker. Helps it to stand out. I'm just doing this as a demonstration really at the moment. This is not necessarily fine art. But you see how when you go behind, you can make it stand out better. And then you can lift to make it lighter. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just a way of spending a couple of minutes on a rainy afternoon. Have a go. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And if you want to download the sketches, go to dianeantone.com and you can download those and others as well for free. See you soon.